Well, hey, good morning, Journey. Welcome to Drive In with Pastor Mark this morning. This time we take each week on my drive-in to church to talk about things of the Bible, of Scripture, maybe some things that they're either difficult to understand or some things maybe we've misinterpreted about the Bible and about Scripture. And so Ligonier Ministries and Lifeway partner each year to do a survey of Christians across the United States, and it's called the State of Theology. You can actually go to thestateoftheology.com and take their survey. And so they come up with the top 10 things that either people are talking about or things that are significant to believers. And so I thought we'd take one of those this morning. Maybe we'll take one the next 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 weeks and go through it. So the first one on their list is that God is a perfect being and cannot make a mistake. You'd be surprised how many people struggle with that and maybe believe that God somehow changes his mind or somehow makes a mistake, but he doesn't, because he would cease to be God. And so a couple of things we need to know about God is that he doesn't change. He never changes. God does not have a bad day. God is perfect in all of his ways. In fact, if you look at James 1:4, it says that it gives the measure of what it means to be perfect. It says complete, lacking nothing is the picture we have of perfection. So I want you to think about this. So us as humans here on this earth, we are contingent and dependent. So we're contingent on things around us. We're dependent on other things around us. But see, God is not. God is independent, and he's completely perfect in his being and who he is. And what I mean by he's independent is it doesn't matter what we do, God is still God. So if you go back to the Old Testament and you look at Moses, you remember Moses at the burning bush when God was calling Moses to go to Egypt and to meet up with Pharaoh and to procure the release of the Israelite people out of captivity. And Moses said, well, they won't believe me. How do I tell them who has sent me? And remember what God says. God said, tell them I am sent you. Well, literally what he was saying is, I am God. I don't change. There's no shadow or turning of changing with me. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. So therefore I don't change. So the other misconception, sometimes people would say, well, what about the flood? Where it says God regretted he had made his creation? Because we know at the very beginning in Genesis, when God first created everything, he said it was good. And then he created man. He said they are very good. And so how can God destroy something that's good? Does that mean that God somehow changes his mind, or with time he learns from mistakes and changes them? Absolutely not. Because if God were able to do that, if God could change his mind, if God could learn and grow through that like we do, he wouldn't be God. That means his holiness wouldn't be perfect, and definitely his omniscience of knowing everything. And so we even look at the Israelite people in Jeremiah, where he's talking about the struggles they're having, and it's almost as if, we want to say, well, God didn't know that was coming. God didn't know sin was coming in the garden, and so these things surprise God. So I want you to know this morning, nothing surprises God. The coronavirus didn't surprise God. The election we just had, that doesn't surprise God. And that's why he's God. And for us, we can take encouragement. We take solace in that, in knowing that he knows everything, and that he is omniscient, he is holy, and he is perfect in his being, in who he is, even when we are not, even when our ideas, our agenda, our things fail, because they're dependent on other people. They're contingent on certain situations taking place. God is not. God is the same, and he will never change for you, and he will always love you with the same kind of love he did when he sent his son to Jesus Christ to this earth to die for you. And so I hope you take encouragement in that this morning, and take solace in that as you get up this morning, as you're getting ready to go to church. I'm heading in here to Walmart, got to get a couple of things for worship, and then we're going to be worshiping this morning. We're in the second week of the book of Haggai, and so I'll look forward to seeing you in worship this morning, wherever you're at. I just pray that you take encouragement that God does not change. He doesn't change his mind. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. I love you. God bless. Have a great day.